Hello YouTube, and welcome to Dave's Retro Game Reviews, and this week I'll be reviewing Clockwork Knight. This is just such a brilliant game. I've had this for about a week, and it's my first time playing it, and it is such a brilliant game, and I knew as soon as I finished it I had to review it. So, on with the review. I love this intro, it's just so cool. It really gets you into it. Same with the Neo Geo logo, I mean that just gets you psyched up. Okay, Clockwork Knight. This is a game that I've always wanted to play, but I never got round to it. It was always a case of I'll play later, and it never happened. And yeah, I've had my Saturn for about a year now. I finally got round to getting it, and I'm just blown away. This is such an underrated gem. I mean, I've heard people say good things about it, but it's so underrated. I mean, look at it, the graphics are really beautiful, and they're just such nice 2D. I know that Saturn was probably the last hardcore dedicated 2D machine. I mean, it had probably one of the best 2D processors in it. I mean, yeah, you play anything that's 2D on a Dreamcast, and yeah, it's nice, it's very good, it comes very close, but it comes just short of what the Saturn can do. And it's such a beautiful game. I mean, I know it's not Sonic, you know, like vroom, but it's good because you can while you're playing it, you can, I don't know, appreciate the music, the graphics. There's so much detail in the enemies and the background. It's a beautiful game. And playing games like this at night doesn't make me upset that I never got to play a Saturn Sonic game. In some ways, I think they were trying to do something different. I mean, that is Sega for you. They never ever play it safe. I mean, yeah, they've made a lot of really bad decisions, but you got to give them credit. They've always been the first person to try something, even if it succeeded or failed. They were always normally the first people to try something different. I mean, this is a good example. I mean, this is such a brilliant game. I mean, I remember coming from work, from a crappy day at work, played this for about half an hour. It's so relaxing and it's so fun, and I just love playing this game. My only slight gripe with it is you can't save, but then again, this is literally an old school style 2D game, and so, I mean, I've heard someone say that you could complete it in about an hour straight, or even less than that. So it's a very, very, very minor gripe. I think the problem with the Saturn, especially with this, is the PlayStation had Crash Bandicoot. And I know it's an on-rail sort of 2D game where you go from beginning to end in one straight line, and this is similar style, but it's 2D. But then when Mario 64 came out, everyone was like, "Oh dear God!" And that is the biggest problem with the Saturn. They never had anything like Mario 64 at all. And I think a lot of people were thinking that they would eventually do a Sonic game in that style. And I think that's half the problems with Sonic Extreme. Basically, by the time they were so deep in development, they knew that what they were doing was basically just, a Sonic game using the Knights engine. And it still is a 2D game at heart. Same with Knights. I mean, I know it's nice 3D, and it is a 3D game, but at heart, it's still a 2D game, same as this. And I think that was one of the things that really did hurt the Saturn, is they never really had a that equivalent of a next generation platformer. But despite all that, I love this game, and I love Knights. And to me, those two games more than make up for never being a Saturn Sonic game. It's great the way they've mixed pre-rendered graphics with 3D graphics, and it fits together so well. And it's just so colourful and vibrant, and the music is really nice. I mean, I got this for about, I think I paid a tenner, which is a pretty fair price. If you're someone with a Saturn and you've never played this game, I would really recommend you play it. It's an undiscovered gem. Classic. One word, classic. So, my final thoughts. Clockwork Knight is quite simply an underrated gem. It's an awesome game. I thoroughly enjoyed playing this game, and as soon as I finished playing it, I knew I had to review it. I think one of the things that didn't help the stand was the fact that most people who bought the machine were thinking, right, Sonic, Sonic, and they never really got it, and while you were waiting for a Sonic game, you were going to miss out on so much. And as far as I'm concerned, Night of the Dreams and Clockwork Knight are as good as a Sonic Saturn game would have been, I can imagine. There are so many gems on the Saturn, and so many underrated gems, and this is one of them. And it definitely gets David has some thumb approval. Well, thank you all for watching. Until next time, peace out.